You're listening to The Money Hour with your host, Tina Mitchell, and co-host, Keelan Harvey on Alternative Talk, AM 1150. Now, back to the show with local mortgage experts, Tina Mitchell and Keelan Harvey.
You are listening to The Money Hour at 1150 AM, KKNW, the Friday, November 13th virtual show. Because of COVID-19, our show is temporarily moved virtually. You can also listen to our show on podcast or on air Saturday at 3 p.m. with a rebroadcast on Sunday at 8 a.m. I am your host, Tina Mitchell.
And I'm your co-host, Keelan Harvey.
We are here to help you build a strong financial blueprint, 1 week and one show at a time. If you are hearing our show at a different time or day, you are listening to a rebroadcast. We are here to answer any questions or connect you with the guests that we have on the show. You can call the show at 1-855-400-1150. Again, that's 1-855-400-1150 or online at themoneyhour.com. And now in studio, we have Rachel Garcia of Minuteman Press, Issaquah. How do you market your business during a pandemic? Right here on 1150 AM KKNW. Rachel, welcome to our show. Happy to have you here.
Hi, Tina. Hi, Keelan. Thank you for having me. I'm so excited to be here.
Yay. And a little bit about Rachel. Rachel owns 3 Minuteman Press shops in Issaquah, Renton, and Tacoma. At her shops, they print traditional ink on paper projects, but also make just about anything that you can put your logo on. They do fun promotional items that companies use as gifts or giveaways, and have a sign department where they do all sorts of signs from store hours to yard signs and banners. Rachel's background is in print. She worked in print shops during and after college. She took over ownership of the Issaquah Minuteman Press 5.5 years ago and has expanded into Renton and Tacoma during that time. She is drawn to print. Rachel will tell people, I didn't choose print. Print chose me. And she says she has a great teams in all of her shops.
Awesome, Rachel. Well, let's start out with just asking you about marketing. Why is marketing so important for your business?
Okay, so marketing your business, you market your business so that current and potential customers know what you offer and where to find you. You can market, there's many ways to market outside your business with advertising, and you can also market inside your business by branding everything that your customers and potential customers might come in contact with.
So Rachel, let's talk about some of your favorite projects that you have done for some of your clients.
Okay, great. So the great thing about being here locally is that we get to do really custom projects. So we've had some really interesting projects come in recently related to the COVID-19 pandemic that, changed everything for everyone. We've done the floor signs that you see in public places to remind people to social distance. And for some customers, we've been able to print custom signs for them that have beautiful pictures, beautiful branding, that are also social distance reminders. We've made some custom wraps for hotels that we work with that go around different products within the hotel room so that their guests know that different products have been sanitized. One project that I'm really looking forward to this week is we are installing full window vinyl for a retail store that is going in the area. It's a big coming soon sign that will block the entire window front of the store and advertising that the store is coming soon. But it blocks the view from the inside to the outside so that people walking by don't have to see all the shelving and boxes that are going in during setup.
So that's so fun that on a print side that you can get so creative with doing things that, behind the scenes you're not thinking about because it's not, or behind the scenes you are, in front of the scenes you're not thinking about it because it's been taken care of behind the scenes. And I also love that even in COVID with the social distancing, it actually is a benefit because now they have so much more marketing and branding with the requirement that they have to have this signage. So I love that. It's a great way to look at an opportunity out of a challenge for sure.
Yeah, it's been really fun to see.
Yeah, with marketing, depends on what you're marketing. You also have messages that you got to get across. And with COVID, obviously, our message has changed, and it's important that your customers see what you're about as a business. So that's really interesting. What does marketing look like, and what have you seen that's emerging now from kind of the shutdown that we're in? And the reins have been let loose again, but I heard they're maybe shutting it down again, Inslee announced. So I'm curious on what that looks like for you guys in the marketing department.
Yeah, it's a new world that we live in. Some of the best advice that we can give is that you should market your business like you marketed your business when you were first opening. Find your clients, send them a coupon, get a mailing list that targets your ideal client. Let them know you're open, what services you're offering, run a special. I've seen that from multiple customers. As soon as things shut down, they ran a special and they've had steady business. The most successful marketers I've seen do a combination of digital and print marketing, meaning they set up their email list and they send a mailer. The more your customer sees your name, the more they'll recognize your brand and contact you when they need your services.
Great advice, Rachel. And I'd love for you to share some of your expertise, advice, because not only do you own the print shop, but you've worked in marketing, and so you have just that extra level of that expertise in that arena. So can you share a little bit about what you would talk to business professionals and how they're designing their marketing materials?
Yeah, that's one of my favorite topics. So if you're starting a new business, or if you are gearing up for a rebranding, or just, trying to really focus on your brand, I would suggest hiring a designer or talking to your printer. I started out in graphic design at my first print shop. And the first thing we learned in my graphic design class was that logos need to look good in black and white before you try to make them look good in color. So I know that can be a really foreign concept. When I first heard that, I didn't know quite what it meant. But basically, it means that your logo needs to have clean lines and minimal detail. Think like the Nike swoosh or Apple's logo. They're very simple, clean, recognizable. They're going to look good small on a business card and huge on a billboard. They're going to look good embroidered on jackets or on your favorite coffee mug. You can fancy them up if you need to for different projects, but the logo itself should be simple so it can look good in black and white and color. So we do have clients come in that have tried to design their own logo, and I'm sure it's because they're trying to save money, but they're usually really proud of them, but they'll have tiny lines or grids or pictures. And these just don't translate well to marketing materials. They won't stand the tests that we've set up. Will they look good in black and white? Will they look small on a business card and big on a billboard? Will they look good on your favorite water bottle? It just won't hold up. So keep these things in mind if you want to design your own logo. And if you need help branding, we have an excellent design team that can help you design your logo and all your marketing materials. And I would also say, for marketing advice, put your logo on everything you can. If you have forms, put your logo on it. If you sell product, put your logo on it. If you have a company vehicle, put your logo and information on it. It's a moving billboard.
Absolutely. All about the branding, and the logo is your biggest part of your brand, and that image that represents your brand. And I love how you mentioned, because logo is a big thing. And as an entrepreneur and owning businesses, you can really get attached to something that you came up with. However, you need to make sure, unless you are an expert in branding and marketing and coming up with logos, you need to talk with an expert to make sure that you are nailing it, because that's your image.
Yep, I agree.
Yeah, I've unfortunately seen some logos that are just too busy, and you're trying to figure out what they do. Like, what is it? Is it a roofing company? Do they do windows? So it makes a lot of sense that the simpler, the better, and it tells people, okay, what is this about? How does that process work with you, Rachel, with helping businesses market?
Oh, okay. So like I mentioned, we have very talented designers on our team that can help design projects from conception to completion. And we offer a free consultation with our designers or our customer service team. Everyone on our team is very knowledgeable. So if you're thinking about a project, the best time to come in is during the brainstorming stage. One where we're different from online printers is we can problem solve with our customers, and we can make specialized and custom projects. We can help design business cards, brochures, posters, just about everything. We're also mailing specialists. We send mailings out every week and have the mailing process dialed in. We take real pride in the work that leaves our shops. We want all of our customers to look good. So if we're creating your file, we have control over the design project to set up and ensure your product looks exactly how you want it. But if you send us a file, which is great too, all of the team is trained. They do an initial diagnosis on your file, and they'll call you immediately to let you know if there are any problems and start to work with you and offer solutions. Take signs, for example. I've seen signs that have way too much information on them. As people are driving by the signs, they can't read that much information that fast. All you want on your sign is your awesome logo, maybe a clever tagline stating what you do, and no other writing. People just can't read it as they're driving by.
Makes total sense. And that, applies for pretty much everything when you're doing marketing. You want to minimize the content that you have so they know exactly laser focused where they need to go. So Rachel, can you share some of the best marketing that you've seen?
Yeah. Okay. So 2 things come to mind. The first, like I mentioned, put your logo and your name on every piece of printed material. And the second is really to have fun. We work with a medical clinic who first, they have a great logo. It's their initials in a very simple, clean format. And they put their logo on everything, every form in their office, every piece of mail that goes out. If you look around your home or office, everything you own has a brand name on it. That's so you know what you bought, where you want to go if you want to buy more. And if your friends or clients come over, they know where to look. So budget for marketing. I've learned that the companies should market 5% of their sales to marketing. But I've also had people tell me that's a really low number and that businesses should spend 10 to 15% of their sales on marketing. The most successful companies I work with have a marketing plan and are willing to spend a little time and money to market their businesses. So have fun with your marketing. That same medical office I just mentioned gives branded gift cards to clients as a thank you for referrals. You could have a contest and give away fun branded swag for first-time clients or clients who spend over a certain dollar amount. So find a way to make it fun for you and your clients.
Love that. Rachel, unfortunately, we're out of time already. We have I'm going to give you a couple seconds here because it's really important that people know where they can find you and the promotional items that you offer.
Yeah, thanks for having me. Hopefully I've given your listeners some ideas of how they can market their business in a fun and effective way. Think about marketing as reinvesting in your company. Get strategic, make a plan, and have fun. Yeah.
No, that's great. Thank you.
Great advice, Rachel. And yes, you definitely shared some great content that anyone that's listening to the show today, sure they had some takeaways, and probably some of them might be rethinking some of the marketing that they're doing for their business. So thank you again for being here today.
Thank you so much.
Coming up next in the Money Hour, keeping business thriving in a COVID world. Ariel Hubbard of Hubbard Health Solutions right here on 1150 AM KKNW.